and still so much to play for in this championship season. Well, they talk about it being a marathon and not a sprint, don't they? Well, potentially this is the last long trip that we have, the last trip indeed of any description in this championship season, but only potentially, because Leeds United have a job still to do here, and that means that this game against Queen's Park Rangers is, as you've been saying in the build-up to this one, incredibly important. It's another one, we're tiring of saying it, where really you do feel that Leeds United have got to win start of the weekend to put extra pressure on Ipswich and just to make sure they go into that final game against Southampton with plenty still to play for. So we are awaiting the arrival of the two teams down below as we sit in our position pretty much right on halfway line in the very back row of the main stand here at Loftus Road, a stadium which has changed little down the years. They've added a few seats here and there, but basically packed tight in all around the edge of the pitch. And it's a sellout full house here at the stadium this evening because QPR have their own issues to sort out still. Two teams are out, Leeds United in the pink and yellow away kit, QPR in their traditional blue and white hoops. Here we go, Tony, another one.
Absolutely, let's jump on the roller coaster, buckle up, and let's see what happens this next 90 minutes, because I tell you what, we know it's going to be not straightforward. That's how we do things. I would love a boring 1-0 or 2-0, but it's just not going to happen. We know that. But let's see what the boys can do. As long as we're one goal in front of the opposition, I don't really care. But you're right. We are coming around that final bend, almost in the home straight. And now it is about results, simple as that. Yes, of course, you'd love to play lovely, but it's all about minimising the mistakes, making the maximum of those opportunities, and getting out there and winning a game of football.
Two teams go through the pre-match ritual. The Leeds United fans are away to our right as we sit, but we are sitting opposite the TV cameras, so our rights and lefts will be different, but the Leeds fans we can describe as being behind the goal away to our right, and they are in good voice on the top tier and the lower tier as the players break from the centre and head in their direction. And QPR, well, they have quite a display going on behind the goal. They have the safe standing area behind the goal next to the pitch, away to our left-hand side. And there's a big banner there in Cifuentes We Trust. Marty exceptional. Well, that's the impact that Cifuentes has had since his arrival at the football club in October, when Leeds played QPR earlier in the season. Well, yet again, another championship club who've changed their manager since. So Gareth Ainsworth was in charge for that one, Cifuentes in charge for this one. He's put QPR in sight of safety. They are pretty much there, in fairness, aren't they? 4 points clear with 2 to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look, there's plenty of teams in between as well. So I think 3 or 4 teams have to do rather well, all of them, to get above QPR. So you'd say, and what they've got, yeah, they're about safe. Can I tell them all that? I said, by the way, lads, you're okay.
You'll be fine.
Take it easy. Absolutely not a problem. But yeah, you know that they're going to be out fighting hard, trying to get that final point or two that guarantees them. But I think they're okay now.
Well, it's Leeds United, and that guarantees maximum effort, guarantees full houses, it guarantees cup tie feel, and no doubt this evening at QPR will be exactly all of those things. Leeds go into the group huddle in the build-up to the kick-off here. It would appear that QPR will be getting the game underway, and that Leeds will be defending the end in front of the travelling fans in this first half. Meslier indeed goes towards them now. Huge game at the end of a long season, which is either another week long or potentially another month long.
I'm going for the week. Come on now. And this time of the game as well is a few deep breaths. It's about clarity of thought, calmness of the mind, and start really well and strong. And it's just a game of football. I know it's not from the outside, but for those guys down there, pitch is the same size, 2 goals either end. Let's just get on and do your job.
We're off. QPR, through Anderson, set the game underway. Played forward into the Leeds half, and an early attack building with a cross in, potentially from the right-hand side. Comes into the penalty area, and then is turned into touch for a Leeds goal kick by Jimmy Dunn, the full-back. And Meslier goes to retrieve the ball from behind the goal. and then plays it out short to the edge of the box to Rodon. And Rodon moves the ball forward for Leeds, puts it over the top. Piroux in for Bamford, remember, this evening, the change. Sam Byram came through, having spent the last 48 hours in an ice bath, apparently. Had to be thawed out before he was able to take part in the game this evening.
Melia there really should have just took one step back and grabbed it. Just showing a little bit of nerves. And Piroux was shielding the ball back, no problems at all, but giving away a throw-in on that far side.
Looks like it's going to be a long throw-in as well, because the Rangers players all retreat away from the throw-in taker and head into the Leeds penalty area. So it will be Anderson to hurl this one into the box. Jorginho's header to the edge of the penalty area. Nonto tees it up for another clearance forward from Jorginho. And then it's headed out onto the foot of Nonto down the right, and then it goes out off Nonto for a QPR throw-in.
Important defensive header there from Jorginho, and the ball comes in the box, so you can already see what QPR are planning to do. Any sort of set piece, throw-in, free kick, they're going to take their time and get it into the box.
The familiar figure of Steve Cook plays it out from the back, but it sails beyond his teammate over on the left wing, Cher, and the Moroccan saw it go beyond him and out for a throw into Leeds, pretty much level with the edge of the Leeds box. Chance to throw the ball down the far touchline. It goes long. Piroux doesn't get there. Anderson with a little flick. Nonto. And then Jorginho. Cook from the halfway line, looping header forward into the Leeds half. It breaks out on this right-hand side for Willock. Willock on the edge of the area, trying to get a cross in. Does get a cross in. Good ball in as well. Needed a good header away from Rodon. And then Archie Gray is just pushed to the ground on the edge of the area, and Leeds can clear in the shape of a free kick.
Rodon, fantastic header, really was. It was a good cross into a very dangerous area. But Rodon was there, and I'd suggest that we're going to see a lot of that. Rodon getting those important headers inside the box defensively.
Meslier will take the free kick short to Rodon. Back to Meslier again. Home supporters raising their voices around the ground.
What's interesting here is that QPR are letting Rodon have the ball. They really want to make sure it goes that way. But that's fine. You can see here, they're not rushing out to him. They're allowing him, rather than Ampadu, to come forward.
Ball is at the feet of Sam Byram. Just tucks it back into Rodon. Rodon back into the penalty area to Meslier. Out to this near side to Archie Gray. Gray on to Firpo. Beyond Somerville. Hasn't had a touch yet, has he, Somerville? Game is in its earliest stages, inside 4 minutes, but Leeds have not really been able to string more than a couple of passes together. Rangers have possession again down their left-hand side. Colback in the middle, familiar copper-haired figure. Cook. Archie Gray steals in, gets the ball through the middle, just outside the area, gives it to Somerville. Somerville into Nonto. Nonto plays it into Gray in space. Can he get it back in the middle? He can. And it's just cleared away by Cook from the edge of the 6-yard box. Nonto. Firpo does as much as he can with that ball from Nonto, and he does well, actually. Ampadu comes in behind him to help out, and for the first time in the game, Leeds showed some promise just outside the QPR area.
Yeah, we actually won the ball back there rather well, but Archie Gray stepping forward. He's done that a few times now, hasn't he, since he's been in that midfield area. Really has got a great engine on him to get up and down the pitch, but reads the game well, nips in there, and almost got ourselves our first chance of the night.
Somerville in the centre circle. Knocks it back to Rodon. And then Grueff to Gray. Firpo back into Gray on the halfway line. Into the middle it goes to Rodon, who's got space and time. Crosses the halfway line. Rolls it into Nonto, who falls and loses the ball. QPR with Willock now on the charge. Willett goes past Gruev, gets it, or tries to get it into Dykes, but he's misplaced his pass and it's behind Dykes and it goes out for a goal kick.
Now you see Rodon there, he got hold of the ball and then fizzed it into Gnonto. That's what he can do, I think, all night long. It's actually Gnonto's poor control that kind of led us down for the counter-attack. And here we do well not to actually foul Willock as he's coming forward. The ball's a poor one. We pressured him to make a mistake.
Long ball from Meslier, right over the top it goes. Pirou is in there battling, as is Cook. And he it is who nods it into the hands of the familiar figure of Asmir Begovic in goal for QPR, the Bosnian international. Kolbak out to the QPR left and then moved into the Leeds half, intercepted by Rodon, but possession conceded. And it's Chair in the centre circle to Anderson. Anderson signed in the last transfer window from Aalborg. Dunn, not the best control from Dunn. He's put himself in trouble, and the best he can do with it is clip the ball into touch for a Leeds United throw-in.
I'm just looking at the size of Dunn as well. I just wonder how quick his feet are.
He's a centre-half, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, but if Somerville can get hold of the ball, I just think that looks a bit of a mismatch out there. So already we've seen Dunn a couple of times, not great with the ball, but defensively, that's what they obviously put him there to try and stop Somerville, but I think Somerville will certainly fancy it. But we need to give him the ball in those right areas.
QPR with the same 11 that beat Preston. An early goal in that game, gift of a goal, given to them via a goalkeeping error. Dykes tucked it in from close range, but that was a big win for QPR and all but guaranteed their place in the Championship next season. Gruev penalised for a foul on Anderson. Free kick to QPR is midway inside their own half.
Not really settled down yet. We haven't quite got the ball under control and dictated the play. It's QPR, they're doing that.
A lot of space out in the QPR left for Chair, who's quickly up to the edge of the penalty area and will shoot goalwards! And will shoot in! Took a slight deflection on its way and it flew past Meslier. And Leeds have suffered the worst possible start in this game. The home side are in front. QPR 1, Leeds United 0.
It's another deflection. Another deflection. Unfortunately, just like up at Borough, we have come unstuck. But you're right, Brendan, there was so much space, wasn't there, in that midfield. Went straight through us. And Chair always looking to come on to his right-hand side. Well, Gruev actually blocked it rather well, but still, Chair manages to go inside, opens the goal up, and it comes off Joe Rodon. This time it's the unfortunate Welsh international who gets a touch, and that little deflection takes it past the outstretched arm of Meslier.
Yeah, it just came in almost off his shoulder there from Joe Rodon, and it was an important touch because I think it just carried it beyond the dive of Meslier. And Leeds United, again, find themselves in the position of having it all to do. Home side have been on it from the off here and have an early reward. So Leeds chasing again. Gnonto got a whack in the face there by the look of it.
Well, Clark Salter has just put his hand straight in the face of Gnonto.
Gnonto stays down, or crouched on the towards the ground anyway. Hands to his face now. Big noise around Loftus Road. Well, it's normally like this, but they've filled the place this evening. They've got an early goal, and you're hearing the response from the home supporters. Gnonto okay, he's carrying on. Ball played into the Leeds half. Ampadu's header, Gray. Delivered to Somerville from Jorginho. Somerville closed down by Anderson. Tries to carry the ball away from Anderson. He catches him, and it goes out, and it's going to be a QPR throw-in. Probably. We have a very poor sight line on the touchline It's such a tight touchline to the edge of the pitch here that we are high up. And the two corners, right and left, really difficult to see what's going on there.
And of course, the old style ground, there's a couple of posts in the way as well, but let's hope one of us at least see what's going on down there.
Well, the action we want to see is currently away to our left, but it's QPR attacking the goal away to our right. Ball over the top is misplaced, and it will go out for a goal kick.
Just got to settle. We haven't done that just yet. That goal certainly hasn't helped. More importantly, it's given QPR a real lift.
Rodon out wide right to Byram. Sends Nonto forward, points forward, and then gives the ball to him. Nonto goes back into Gruev. And he goes across the middle to Ampadu. Firpo. Back into Gray. Square to Rodon. Rodon wide right. Byram down the line to Nonto. For some reason, Nonto is getting booed, presumably for getting flicked in the face.
Yeah, which I don't quite understand.
And Leeds have a throw in an advanced position in that QPR half. Back he goes towards the halfway line, and Rodon. Now Ampadu in the centre circle. Gruev back to Ampadu. And Rodon.
Rodon's going to have plenty of the ball, so needs to use it wisely tonight. That could be really important.
Gruev in the centre circle. Out to Ampadu on the left, and then back inside to Gray. All around about the halfway line. Rodon invited just to do what he wants with it. Gives it to Gruev. Through the middle it goes for Pirou. On it goes for Somerville in the D. Somerville lets it off for Jorginho. Now Pirou. He shoots! Great save. Somerville with a follow-up. Couldn't turn it back in. It was a wonderful save from Begovic, because Pirou's accuracy was unerring, and it was heading for the far corner.
Excellent play, really was. The way we kept the ball well, found the open man, and Pirou, rather than play in Firpo on the left, he decides to have a shot on target, takes it really quickly through the legs. Begovic actually makes a great save. Someone thinks he's going to tap it in. The defender clears the danger.
Leeds end up with the first corner kick of the game. Somerville has gone to take it. Somerville, right-footed, in the air. Rodon heading towards goal. It's cleared away, and the roar goes up as QPR seek to build a counter-attack with Willock in possession. Chair behind him, then back into his own half, and Colback, defensive midfielder, down the left-hand side where there's space again, just outside the penalty area. The man in possession is Willock. Back to Chair, just sitting in behind him. And then Nonto gets it away. Rodon bundled over by Colback. Just put his arms in the back of Joe Rodon there, and that will be a Leeds free kick.
Well, at least we're starting to get a few passes together, looking a little more dangerous, but saying that, so are QPR. They're getting into places on the pitch, high up the pitch, which make it a little uncomfortable for us.
Far from prodigious goal scorers at home, QPR. 24 goals in, well, it was 24 goals in 22. It's now 25 in 23.
Yeah, and overall, they've only won 13 games all season. We're more than double with 27, but it's this one we need to win. There's Nonto's gone down with in the face again.
And this time, though, he's penalised for a foul on Colback. So Nonto ends up face down in the turf. QPR end up with a free kick. Yeah, a little flick that
little
caught
flick
him.
Again, yeah. I think it's difficult because when you go near a player, obviously they just put their arms out, trying to get it across your chest to keep you off. But a couple of times now, Nonto, obviously he's not the tallest, he gets it more in the face.
In fairness, the culprit, if that's the right description, was Colback. He's not the tallest either, but The upshot of all of that is that QPR have a free kick in a position just in from the touchline, which means that they can line players up just outside the Leeds United penalty area. And there's defending to be done as Anderson prepares to take it. Poor free kick straight to Gnonto. But then he and Somerville get caught up between them, and as they were trying to speed forward, they've ended up losing the ball, and then there's a bad challenge that is going to result in a yellow card for Sam Byram. Went in late there, and a free kick is conceded just in from the touchline, and Byram the first in the book.
That was a poor challenge. Always never getting there. And certainly Chair knew he was coming, just knocked it past and got taken out. Some of the experience of Byram as well, you'd like to think those sort of rash challenges wouldn't happen so early.
So Leeds have to fill the penalty area, because again Anderson is over the ball in a much better position this time than the last one, which leads, it was the breakdown in communication between Gnonto and Somerville which has led to this situation of danger with this Anderson free kick just in from the touchline. Inevitably going to swing in towards goal, you think. In it comes now, curled in, heads go up to the penalty spot, and then it's a shot over the top from Chair, who just came off the outstep there from a decent position just inside the penalty area, and it went over the crossbar.
Actually, he should probably do a little better. Always difficult half volley coming at you pretty quickly, but already seen him strike one rather well. This time just gets a little underneath it, and over it goes, thankfully.
Chair, the player who in the last couple of months has been convicted of a serious assault in his native Belgium, but has appealed against his conviction. He received a 2-year jail sentence, a year of which was suspended, but he's appealed against his conviction, and that means that he's been able to continue with his football career ever since the verdict was handed down. And he's been amongst the goals for QPR as well since that happened.
Well, he's looked lively, hasn't he, tonight? Absolutely finding space on that left-hand side. Scored with a deflected goal as well. Got to get the better of him quickly.
Clark Salter, Colback, they found space down the Leeds left again. Gruev is racing back as the ball comes into the penalty area. Stooping header from Dykes, and Meslier spreads himself, but in truth that was always going wide. But QPR again carve another opening.
Byram at the moment is talking to Gnonto, and rightly so. Rodon's having a little look as well, because they can't keep getting through on that left-hand side. It's 2-on-1 at times, so whatever's going on needs to be sorted out.
Meslier on the ball for Leeds United. Pushes it forward to Rodon. Played on for Jorginho. Trying to get going down the right-hand touchline. He's going to be penalised for his efforts there. So it'll be a QPR free kick as we move into the 20th minute here at Loftus Road. And the scoreboard reads Queen's Park Rangers 1, Leeds United 0. Another early goal conceded by Leeds.
Jorginho hasn't got on the ball very much at all so far. And Peru's had one shot, but the same, not really involved at the moment. It's difficult to get the ball into our wide players in the last third. QPR all over us, and more importantly, we're doing more defending than they are.
Leicester City supporters will be following this game, no doubt, this evening. If it stayed as it was, Leicester's promotion would be confirmed. Ball is out over the touchline for a Leeds United throw-in. Leicester having put 5 past Southampton in what was a surprisingly abject performance from Southampton. The opposition for Leeds in the final remaining game after this one. That seems such a long way away. Ball is bouncing around either side of the halfway line. Put up in the air by Ampadu. Headed back to the halfway line. Scrappy, but QPR sweep it forward. Dykes beats Ampadu in the air. Just outside the penalty area, Willock has it. Willock onto Anderson. Gruev has come across to cover. Back it comes to Willock once more. Into the penalty area to Chair, popping up here, there and everywhere for QPR. Willock on his right foot, whips the ball in, and it's just cleared away by Ethan Ampadu for a QPR throw-in.
Willock screaming at his strikers to get across the near post because he keeps getting space on his right-hand side and whipping balls in, but his strikers are stuck in the middle of the goal, but we can't keep affording them those sort of luxuries.
So Anderson preparing to perhaps deliver another long throw for QPR here. It's exactly going to be the outcome. The Dane stretching back. Ball into the penalty area. Broken kindly for Willock. That's hit Firpo on the hand. Big shout for handball. He turned his back, but they've still got to defend because Anderson scores! He just curled his shot beyond the dive of Meslier. And things just got a whole lot worse for Leeds United here because QPR are now 2 in front.
Poor, really poor. It's just a launch into the box and it's causing absolute chaos. And more importantly, it's QPR that are hungry and alive. They're on to the rebounds. They're a half a yard faster than us at the moment. And yes, I did think it hit Firpo on the arm, but his arm was right by his side, so nothing really doing there. But after that, got to close them down. So many bodies in the way, but got to get the ball engaged. And instead, it's Anderson who drifts past a couple. It's an excellent finish. Who fires it past Meslier into that far corner. Poor goal to give away.
Yeah, Leeds pretty static in the midst of all that. The movement was from the players in blue and white. And Anderson just found himself a nice pocket of space. And when he looked up, he probably couldn't believe how much of an opportunity he'd been presented with there. Just to curl his shot. What was he? 10 yards out past the dive of Meslier. This is turning into a very difficult evening for Leeds United. Firpo trying to get the ball forward to Somerville. Forward it goes, but Cook is there for QPR to clear out over this near side touchline. That'll be a Leeds throw in. Ampadu back to Meslier.
Well, 20 minutes left in this first half, and you'd like to think we kind of need a goal back, don't we, in this first half to just get a bit of confidence going. Settle the nerves, but not really seen it so far. We've given a couple of goals away to our opponents, and they are flying around the pitch, the hoops.
Leeds with the ball with Pirou. Trying to get forward now. Has a shot. Begovic, I think, as experienced as he is, always knew that that one was going to go wide. Made the dive anyway and saw it go well past the post.
Yeah, he's 4 or 5 yards just too far out, isn't he? Trying to be positive. He drops deep this time and finds plenty of space, but you're talking 26, 27 yards out. Better be one hell of a shot. Unfortunately, it wasn't.
Cook away from the edge of the penalty area. QPR fans all around us on their feet here. Gruev, in it goes to Firpo, into the path of Somerville. Somerville infield, gives the ball away, and then a free kick is awarded as he left his foot in and conceding possession, and that'll be a QPR free kick midway inside their own half.
Every single challenge, QPR are strong into it, aren't they? And we just can't get ourselves going.
Plenty of experience in this QPR side, personified by the likes of Begovic and Cook, who's just taken the free kick there. Cole back in the middle. Byram, the veteran in this Leeds United lineup with no Bamford. Back it goes to Meslier. Gives it out to Ampadu. Now Firpo. Press means he's got to go back to Meslier. Out it goes to Rodon. Given away. Nonto couldn't get there. Colback has it in the Leeds half. Goes out wide to the left side to Chair. And then back to the halfway line. Chair again in possession. QPR playing in triangles. Down there, left. Free kick, ball one. No free kick. Well, yes, there is a free kick. Initially, the referee looked like he'd allowed play to carry on as Nonto carried it forward, and then he blew.
He did. I thought he was away, Nonto, but clearly used his body a little too much, according to the referee.
Cook across the back to Clark Salter. He keeps going and then plays a little diagonal ball into Chair. QPR moving it round well at the moment. And they've got a free kick for a foul by Gruev in the Leeds half.
Got to try and limit these free kicks, because all that's going to happen now is going to be put into the danger area. We can't seem to clear them with any certainty, and that second ball is causing us problems.
Anderson will take this one as well. Line of players from the two teams just outside the Leeds United penalty area. Anderson plays it in across the box. It goes out off a head. Well, it comes out. Doesn't quite clear the touchline. Gruev gets it forward to Pirou. Lets it run across his body and comes inside to Firpo. Firpo plays it straight to Colback. And QPR presented with a chance to put pressure on Leeds again here, as if they needed giving it. Over the top from Chair. Colback tumbles. No free kick against Ampadu. Then his clearance, well, Jorginho does a good job with it, because that looked iffy. Now Somerville miscontrols, and what was promising for Leeds is broken down.
There's a difference as well. When we get an opportunity that looks a good counter, we just don't make good use of it at all. When they get it, they are.
Given away by Rodon to Anderson to move QPR right up the pitch again. Well forward in that Leeds half. Chair has the ball back again. And then goes backwards. And then it comes inside, and the QPR fans are olaying passes here, which is rarely a good sign for the opposition. Clark Salter forced back to Begovic. And he's just happy to return the ball from whence it came. Left foot ball forward into the Leeds half. Rodon wins the header onto the chest of Pirou. Gray can't control. Chair has it, drips his shoulder this way and that. And he has it again down that left-hand side. Everything. He seems to be on the end of everything for QPR. At the back with Cook, and at the moment, it's QPR who are very much in control of this game. I guess the scoreline tells you that anyway, but they're playing well.
Yeah, they certainly are. Okay, we can say we're unlucky for the first goal, but overall the play has been all QPR. They've caused us plenty of problems.
And they're trying to get forward again here now with Willock. Challenges from Nonto, and then Jorginho leaves his opponent on the ground. QPR on the halfway line regain possession with Colback to Cook. And Colback out to Anderson. Goes back into his own half to Dunn. Dunn goes back to Cook. At the moment, Leeds just cannot get hold of the ball. Back it goes to Clark Salter and then to Cook. Just the sort of guy, I guess, you want sitting in the heart of your defence there. Many appearances in the top division.
Yes, and promotion experience as well. And I suppose looking through our side, I'm just thinking, who was here since the last time we actually got promotion, and struggling to pick them out. Mellier's one.
Mellier was on the bench, but Casilla played the last time Leeds came here and lost the game. And apart from that, that's
trying to go through. I can't
Shackleton
remember.
was on the bench, but that's about it. Liam Cooper, obviously.
So it's a new young team, isn't it?
Well, that's a completely different model.
These sort of, experiences and these sort of moments where you need that bit of experience, old heads to see you through, but we, unfortunately, are lacking that.
Rodon to Gruev. Gets the ball back. Plays it through for Nonto. Nonto to look towards the penalty area. And it goes to Jorginho. Tried to get inside his man. Leeds win it back through Gruev, but only briefly. Now Anderson is given it by Colbeck. Into the middle. Gray goes and wins it for Leeds well. Leeds looking a bit more at it in the last couple of challenges in that exact area. And they're coming down the right-hand side with Byram. Nonto back to Byram. Down the line, Byram gives it to Nonto, who's got space to cross the ball. Into the middle it comes. Somerville! Oh, it's a brilliant save from Begovic. He hit that one really well, and it was from close range, and Begovic reacted and pushed it away from goal.
Oh, excellent play. This was starting to wake up. Really good play. We find Gnonto and acres of space on the right-hand side. Chips it up to the back stick, and Somerville comes in. It's a great controlled volley as well. Equally, a good save from Begovic.
Leeds have a corner. Somerville is over the ball. Somewhere away to our left. Takes it short to Nonto. Nonto holds it up on the edge of the box, but finds Gruev. Gruev, he's put it up in the air, but poor ball from Gruev. It was way beyond Firpo's run into the box, and it just sails behind for a goal kick.
Disappointing from a corner kick. Hard to get a quality delivery in or work the short corner. QPR defended well, and Gruev, the ball actually was on. Good run from Firpo as well, just overhit.
You're going to go short. Surely it's got to come in early, hasn't it? Just to kind of move, because you've shifted you've moved defenders perhaps, but Firpo's got a whack in the face there as he won the header well. Referee saw nothing wrong with that. And the ball goes out off Firpo for a QPR throw-in. Cifuentes, the Spaniard, on the edge of the technical area, arrived here from Hammarby and has had a big influence on QPR's climb out of the relegation places. Heads up in the Leeds half, and again comes back into Rodon. He heads it on, and so does Gruev. Heads it back to Ampadu, who's going to roll it back to Meslier. Doesn't hang around, just gets his foot under it into the QPR half. Pirou just about helps it on, but it bounces, scrappy stuff, but Leeds end up with the ball with Firpo, and now Somerville down the left-hand side. Somerville into the middle to Nonto, but his ball is overhit, and Firpo's not getting to that, and it's gone behind for a goal kick.
Well, now you got Somerville having a go at Pirou and just not clicking, not settling down. I think he wanted Pirou to face up when Somerville had the ball, but to be fair, Gnonto came across. Bit of a misunderstanding with Firpo, who stopped. Gnonto played the ball, it's just not falling into place.
Begovic, remember, still has had to make 2 excellent saves. QPR have scored 2 goals. That's the only telling statistic that really counts.
It is, but if we can just get one back, things could then change, but it's getting that goal. Next chance you'd like to think we're going to take.
Home side in possession with Chair in his own half. Chance for Gray to try and get a foot in there, but couldn't find a teammate. 10 minutes to go in this
good closing
first
down,
period.
does it, from Archie? Archie's all over Colback, whoever is in midfield.
Firpo to Gruev. Short pass to Rodon on the
Byram.
halfway line. Into a crowd, it actually breaks fortuitously. Now Nonto's in the penalty area. Nonto trying to hook it towards goal. And the final touch has come off a QPR player. It will be a corner kick to Leeds. Jorginho is arguing that there was a foul on Nonto there as he tried to get beyond the defender. The referee is having none of it.
Oh, he's so unlucky because I think that ball is just a half a yard too far in front. Otherwise, he could have got there before it bounced. He's had to wait, and as soon as it goes up, got absolutely no chance.
So Leeds have a corner. And Somerville is on duty again to put this ball presumably into the penalty area. In it comes. Rodon clattered as he went to challenge for the ball at the back of the penalty box. Comes all the way out to Gruev. And then it comes back into the Leeds half to Gray. And Gray's got to get his pass route because he's been closed down by Willock. Mellier's just got to go long. And QPR will win the ball back as a consequence in their own half. Colback played well in that defensive midfield role so far. Steadies things. And QPR, well, it's Colback again who's moved into a space down the right-hand side. So Somerville's got to come back and close him. Gray with a challenge to try and get the ball back for Leeds. And then it's over the top from Cook. Stays in, bounces out, Leeds throw in. Firpo short to Gruev, back to Firpo again. Now Ampadu, well inside the final 10 minutes of this first half. It's not gone well for Leeds. QPR with 2 goals inside the first 22 minutes. Somerville plays it into a gap. Jorginho will get to it on the edge of the box. Now on the byline, into the penalty area. Tries to get on his left foot to get it into the middle. It's cleared and goes behind for a Leeds corner.
Excellent ball, wasn't it, from Somerville? There was acres of space. Everyone's waiting for him to kind of jink inside. Instead, he plays it, releases it quickly to Jorginho. Couldn't quite fashion enough space to get the cross in, but now set piece. Let's get a good delivery in the box.
Well, the corner kick count is mounting, and as we've said on previous occasions here, for all the set-piece opportunities Leeds are earning themselves, not really making these moments tell. Somerville again with a chance. In it goes. Begovic, easy claim. And he will think about getting QPR going forward, and then thinks again and just realises that no real need for them to do that. 2 goals up. So he throws it out underarm instead, and it ends up with Chair on the halfway line. Now he's moving into the Leeds half. Cuts back. And then it's all the way back into Clark-Salter. It goes across the back to Cook. Now he plays it forward. Firpo with the header for Leeds. Goes out of play. So it's a QPR throw in. Down below us here. Dunn with the ball. Still with the ball. Just wandering down the near side touchline, then throws onto the head of Dykes behind Anderson. Rodon heads away from the edge of the box. Nonto gives the ball back to him. And then Byram just tucks it back into Meslier, who goes back to Byram. Not sure he wanted that one, but he's gone up the line. Almost makes the ball work. And then the covering Clark-Salter. So narrow is the pitch and the edge of the pitch here that he ends up in the middle of the midst of the crowd over on the far side. Leeds end up with a throw in. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half. A first half thus far to forget for Leeds United. Firpo. Ampadu. Gruev. And then back to Rodon. Out wide. Byram's got space down the right in the QPR half. Stops as he's closed down by Chair. Comes back for Rodon. He's gone again, Byram, but it's gone through the middle for Nonto. Edge of the area. Now Byram on the overlap. Puts the ball back in. Jorginho in the middle. Couldn't quite control it. Right in the middle of goal. And it came off him. And it's been cleared away. Nonto's committed a foul. And he's going to be yellow carded here. And Nonto now has to be very careful.
Unfortunately, that was a good play again. We get Byram in on the right-hand side. And the ball's a really good one, but as it comes in, a little difficult, I think, for Jorginho to get it under control. And it's a rash challenge as well when it comes back out from Gnonto. I have to say, some of our defending has not been disciplined at all. It's been too easy for QPR to get out. We're not really picking up our men. And certainly on that far side, Gnonto's side, having a bit of a field day.
Begovic well out of his penalty area to take this free kick. Drops it long in the Leeds half. Rodon with the header. Gnonto underneath it, hooked forward by Gray. Cook wins it for QPR in the air. Gray heads it forward again. Clark Salter beats Pirou. Pirou trying to win the ball back down the left-hand side against Paal, the Dutch left-back. QPR emerge and move forward with the ball. Up to the edge and almost into the penalty area with Chair from the byline. And he tried to cut it back and he got his angles wrong, and Leeds were happy to see that one go over the crossbar and behind.
Well, I certainly were. Once Chair gets it and drives you back inside the box, kind of Somerville-like in wanting to take you on. That time at least it went behind the goal.
Rodon. Jorginho flicks it into the QPR half, but it's an easy pick up there for Paal. Given away to Byram. Goes back to Meslier. Now Ampadu. Real frustration from the Leeds fans behind the goal.
Well, yeah, could have gone forward, couldn't he? That's the thing, is just putting it back.
Not really in the situation, are they, Leeds, for ultra caution here. There's a lot of work to be done to even get close to getting back into this one. Firpo plays a ball into the middle now. Goes all the way from the left side, far side right, and Byram. Byram into Gnonto, return ball. Gnonto into the penalty area. Just put it a little too far ahead of himself there, and it's cleared behind for a Leeds corner.
Unlucky, but good play again. Byram and Gnonto, excellent 1-2. Gnonto found himself in a good area, but just couldn't quite touch in the right directions to get a shot on target. But corner kick. Can we do something with this one? How many is that now, Brint?
A lot. A lot. And Gruev has gone on to corner kicking duties. So he will be able to take an in-swinger. Puts it into the middle, headed clear. Out to Gnonto, outside the area. Back to Gruev. Just heads it into the middle, headed away by Cook. Helped on as far as Gnonto. Gnonto into the centre circle to Gray. Archie Gray does well against the presence of Chair. Now Ampadu on the halfway line. Oh, he's turned one way and then turned the other. Extravagant turn when there was nobody on his back. Has the ball back again off Pirou now. There was a run down the right side from Byram, but it's with Gruev through the middle instead. Gray out to this left side and Ampadu. Now Firpo. Just plays it into Somerville. Somerville's in the penalty area. He's forced away from goal. Still has the ball at his feet. Firpo waits to help. Somerville still with the ball. Moving across the middle. And gives it to Gruev. Gruev into Somerville through the centre. Jorginho held up. Puts it into Firpo. Firpo curls a lovely ball across the middle just beyond Pirou. And it goes out all the way over on the far side for a QPR throw-in. That was an excellent ball from Firpo.
It really was. He's just whipped it in. You want a runner, someone taking a chance in the box. If I was Firpo, I'll be screaming at them and say, that's where it's going. Someone's got to get in there.
The match director cuts to a shot of a forlorn-looking Patrick Bamford watching on, because it's the kind of ball that Bamford, I'm sure, would have looked to get on the end of. Ball up to the halfway line. Anderson breaks forward and then shows too much of it to Ampadu. Just has to swing a boot at it, and it goes all the way from the right to the left and out for a QPR throw-in. And we're in the final couple of seconds of this first period. The board will go up with just 2 added minutes on it. Leeds not with an awful lot of time to try and claim what could be a crucial goal before the break. Dykes for QPR. Ball's out of play. Leeds United throw in. Ampadu's going to take it and will probably go long with it to try and get as much distance up the pitch as possible. Header is won in the air by Dunn. Rodon just puts it up into the QPR half. Jorginho backs into Cook. Gruev with a header on the halfway line, lost by Pirou. Sam Field plays it over the head of Firpo. Tucks it into Ampadu. And now Pirou loses out on the halfway line. Comes out for Willock, who will make moves down this right touch line. Challenge from Firpo is a fair one. Leeds end up with a throw in. And it's Ampadu out from the back. Last chance for Leeds to try and get forward. Down the right side with Byram. Plenty in the middle for him. Gray is one of them. Might as well gamble here. Gruev. Last seconds of this first half. Firpo out to Somerville. Somerville back it goes to Gruev. And Ampadu, now Rodon. Puts it through the middle. Nonto, little layoff. Pirou gets it in the penalty area. Trying to get it back into the middle. It's gone behind. It's a goal kick. Miscontrol from Pirou. And that's a neat chance for QPR to ensure that they finish the first half 2-up.
Unfortunate again. Half-decent play, but just always something's missing, whether it's the first touch, whether it's the pass, whether it's the movement. Just not quite clicking.
So quite a few Rangers fans around us decide that now is the time to head inside, as we are now past that 2 added minute mark. And Leeds United will hear that whistle blown, and there it is. And it's the home supporters who rise, and it's the away supporters who voice their unhappiness, because that has not been a good half for Leeds. No point in describing it thus, because QPR, really, you've got to say, have been full value for that 2-goal lead that they have as the two teams depart.
Well, we had a chance. Keeper makes a good save, but from there on, QPR always pretty dominant, always finding space, certainly down that left-hand side, a couple of times on the right as well. We gave too much space. Set pieces, throw-ins, everything was coming to our box, and we couldn't cope. Unfortunately, conceded a second, and we got a chance. We couldn't take it either, and Begovic comes up with another good save. So, overall, you're right. QPR certainly deserved to be in front, but we've got to get a goal back, and then you never know what can happen. But we were well beaten in that first half. Let's turn it around in the second half.
Huge half ahead for Leeds United here. Half-time scoreline, QPR 2, Leeds United 0. Pirou stands over the ball. The Leeds team that starts the second half is the Leeds team that finished the first half. Kicking towards those fans behind the goal away to our right. Ampadu from the back. I wonder whether Daniel Farker does hairdryer. If he does, then that may have been the tactic in the interval there, because the players will know nowhere near good enough that first half performance, and it's given them this mountain to climb in the second half. Ball up to the halfway line. Rodon just puts it up in the air. It's the most he can do with it under pressure. Parle will take the throw in for QPR down below us. Colback. Nonto. Now Byram. Back to Nonto. Infield he goes. He's into the edge of the penalty area. Pass was misplaced, which is a shame, because both Gray and Somerville were out there to his left. He didn't find either. Somerville has it now. Firpo. Again, a little, maybe a case of Leeds overplaying slightly as they looked promising, then conceded possession. Come again. Firpo. Somerville. Firpo goes down. Game goes on. Somerville moving it forward for Leeds. In it goes to Firpo. Flick. And then Somerville plays it out to the right side of the penalty area to Byram. Byram on his left foot, curls across in. Jorginho with a little header around about the penalty spot. Not noted for his ability in the air, but it drifted just off his forehead and wide. But still, better move from Leeds.
Certainly is. At least we're on the front foot, winning the ball back, getting into some good areas. But again, with too many misplaced passes, we've got to be better, be slicker, more secure. in possession. Eventually we do get it out to Byram. Decent cross, but you're right, header from Jorginho, never really going to test the keeper.
Begovic with a short goal kick. Cook with a long clearance over the halfway line. Anderson hits the back of Dykes. Ampadu does well to shield the ball and get it back into Byram. Now Rodon into Peru. Miscontrols Peru.
Again.
Anderson picks it up, and now QPR going to build an attack. Just outside the penalty area. Shot was curling in from Chair, and it was headed behind en route to goal by Sam Byram.
Well, at the moment, too many players just off colour, aren't they? Not started the game well. And now in this second half, looked a little better, but issues still there. But more importantly, it looked like we're going to concede goals in that first half. Got to keep a clean sheet in the second and hope we can break them down.
First QPR corner, I think, isn't it, this one? Leeds had 5 in the first half at that same end. QPR with the big guys all in a little area at the back of the penalty area. Surely that's where it'll come in. It's dropped in close, and it's headed clear as far as the edge of the penalty area, and Chair puts it back into the middle. They're still up there. Dykes' header is misplaced, rather Clark Salter's header is misplaced, and it goes well wide, and that will be a goal kick.
Well, thankfully Clark Salter headed the ball and not the 2 players behind him, because they would have had an even better opportunity to bring it down. But once again, at the back post, not really picking them up. A little all over the shop.
Clark Salter with a defensive header. Drops for Jorginho. Plays it to Somerville. Firpo goes on the overlap, gets the ball off him now. Tries to get an early cross into the box. It's blocked by the full-back and out for a Leeds United throw-in. Midway between a position level with the edge of the penalty area and the corner flag. Somerville through the middle. Curls his cross to the right to Byram. Down the channel for Nonto. Back to the area. Gives it back to Byram. Byram curls it across deep into the penalty area from where it's cleared with the head as far as Firpo over on the far side. Goes back into Ampadu. Ampadu quickly closed down by Dykes, who'd come with him. And Leeds end up with a throw-in just inside the QPR half. Ampadu with the pass to Rodon. Into the centre circle for Gruev. Out wide right to Byram. Byram with a little step over the ball, then plays it to Rodon. Down the channel for Nonto. Slips but gets back up again. Colback's come in though, and Nonto had a pass on, didn't get rid of it quickly enough. Leeds win it back swiftly on the edge of the centre circle. Gray, positive in coming forward, then tucks the ball to his right and carries on his run. He's in the penalty area, puts the ball back into the middle, and Jorginho was arriving on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's cleared behind for a Leeds corner, and Archie Gray, in his anxiety to get the ball back quickly, climbs over the hoardings to go and retrieve it.
Brilliant play from Archie Gray, really nice and positive. It's the youngster leading the charge. He's been really good tonight, probably our best player.
So Gruev will take this corner. Half a dozen for Leeds now. Takes it to the edge of the area to Nonto. On his left foot. Straight at a defender. Comes back for Somerville. 15 yards outside the box through the middle. Now Ampadu going into the penalty area. Puts it back into the middle. Drops for Jorginho. Oh, he dragged his shot wide. He was right on the penalty spot. And he came off the defender. And he just couldn't get his attempt on target.
Oh, you have to score. You have to score. Ampadu does brilliantly. Pulls it back behind everyone. Little touch. Got to at least hit the target. Yes, there's plenty of QPR bodies in between him and the goal. But that was not even on target.
He beats the ground in frustration. A feeling shared by those behind the goal towards which Leeds are trying to get forward again. Firpo, little nudge in the back of his opponent. Free kick for the home team. Done it is. Leeds have to retreat back into their own half. And already 6 minutes, only 7 minutes of this second half gone. always have that sensation clock travels way more quickly when there's work to be done.
Certainly does, and just get ourselves a goal, turn the momentum around, get a different mindset going.
Leeds going down the left with Somerville temporarily. Ball's come out, but off the defender. So it'll be a Leeds throw in, much to QPR's annoyance. Chair delays the return of the ball. Rather, Willock delays the return of the ball. And Leeds have a throw in mid-position in the QPR half. Firpo with ball in hand. Comes off Jorginho and out for a QPR throw in, just a few yards further down the line. In this sort of situation now, you'd anticipate QPR will be in the game of just eking out extra time.
Well, they'll make it stop-start, won't they? Making sure we don't get ahead of steam up at their time with every set piece.
Firpo up the touchline, it's tight, spinning towards Jorginho, surely foul there.
Foul.
Referee gives nothing, and then he will give a foul against Peru. Well, I think Leeds can count themselves a little unfortunate there for sure. Jorginho looked like he was wrestled to the ground. And then Peru, negligible contact, but that free kick was given. Queen's Park Rangers in the Leeds half. Willett goes down under the challenge of Somerville. Free kick to the home team. They thought about taking it quickly, but Willock is still down. Helped back to his feet by Somerville. Now Anderson comes in to take control of the set piece.
And it's going to be one into the box yet again. They're going to take an age, push the centre halves up. We're on the 18-yard box, trying to keep them out, but once again, all in the wrong half of the pitch.
Anderson steps back and then steps forward. Rode on with a header clear, only as far as the edge of the box, and Chair has it again. Back it comes to Powell. Powell back to the halfway line to Anderson. Anderson, long hair, streaking out behind him as it's played down the right side for Queen's Park Rangers up to the edge of the box, and it's Firpo couldn't quite keep the ball in play there, and it's gone out, and it's going to be a corner kick.
Frustrating times, aren't they, at the moment? It really is. We can't get the ball up the other end, having to defend. Just want to get another chance, stick in the back of the net. This could turn out to be a very different game, but it's not looking like that at the moment.
So Leeds are defending here as Anderson now positions the ball on the edge of the quadrant for the corner kick. Second one they've had in this second half. Comes in low, near post. Comes back for Anderson just outside the box. Takes on the defender Firpo, but Jorginho rather. Jorginho is then fouled as he does an excellent job of defending for Leeds there. Leaves Anderson in a heap on the ground. The game will carry on. Well, Leeds would want the game to carry on, but the referee has decided to come across and check on Anderson's well-being instead.
Well, a really good, strong play from Jorginho. He flies in to the challenge. Actually, the right hand, isn't it, of Jorginho, just coming back, catches the QPR player. He's saying elbow. Arsenionto. He's had a couple of them and nothing doing.
Leeds take the free kick. It goes to Meslier. Rodon. Back to Meslier again. Halfway line. Rodon up the line to Byram. Back into his own half to Rodon. Now Ampadu. Into the centre circle to Gruev. Gruev again. Diagonally forward to Somerville. Rodon through the middle for Nonto. Laid off for Peru. Now Byram. Back to Peru. Short ball in field to Gruev. Somerville back to Rodon. All in the QPR half. into the middle. Piroux can't get to it, but he might get to the second ball. He does. Wins it back well for Leeds. Gives it to Byram. Now Nonto. Back to Byram again. Nonto to Gruev. Back to Rodon. Possession percentage grows here in this little spell of play, but Leeds just can't find that little break through the middle or down the sides. They're trying again now through the middle with Jorginho just outside the D. Plays it well out to the edge of the area. Firpo tried a first-time ball again into the middle. Again, the defender read it and put it out for a throw-in.
Well, very patient, but for large parts of that were going nowhere, but moving the ball, trying to find the spare man, but plenty of hoop shirts in front of us.
Anderson is coming off for QPR. It's, something of a surprise, perhaps. Paul Smith, experienced player, is going to come on to replace him. So Anderson, scorer of the second goal, leaves the action.
Good goal he scored, bent it around Gruev and Meslier.
So he's warmly applauded on his walk towards the touchline. Smith gets a roar of appreciation as he comes on. Leeds have a throw-in. Firpo waiting patiently to be told he can take it.
And Smith is going over to that kind of right-hand side over there. Let's see if that's to do with Somerville and Firpo. Firpo's got forward really well, hasn't he, down there?
Jorginho into the penalty area. Chance for Leeds to try and get across into the middle from Jorginho. Linked up well with Firpo. Leeds end up with a corner kick.
That was better play, really was, but good defensive challenge from Steve Cook.
Somerville is going to take this one, the in-swinger. One arm raised as he puts the ball into the middle. Firpo on the near post. Doesn't get a good contact on the ball and it comes off him and goes behind for a goal kick.
Another frustrating corner kick where we never really looked like we're going to get anything. This time comes in low and it's done at the near post. Bit of a ricochet off Firpo, but nothing doing again.
QPR, short goal kick taken to Begovic. Longer clearance from the keeper. Firpo, head tennis over the halfway line. Chair chasing it, out of play. Leeds United throw in. And we move past the hour mark in this game, and it remains Queen's Park Rangers 2, Leeds United 0. And this the penultimate game of the championship season as it stands. Free kick, is it? No, it's a throw-in, I think.
It's a throw-in. It's just an accidental collision over there as well between Firpo and I think Smith, the sub that's just come on. Firpo was just trying to get back and Smith was in the way, so straight away Firpo's gone to him. There you can see Firpo just kind of puts his arm out and Smith, again being smaller, runs straight into it.
Attendance this evening, by the way, 16,677. 1,816 of those are in the away supporters section. A number more, as ever, a number more Leeds fans behind enemy lines, as it were, around us in the main stand here. So in excess of that figure, backing Leeds United, but at the moment, seeing nothing that they're liking. QPR in possession in the Leeds half. Chair has it. Takes on and beats Byram. He's into the penalty area. He's going to shoot on his right foot. Oh, it's a deflection. And just for a moment, with Meslier going to his left and the ball going the other way, felt that might have gone in, but this time it went behind for a corner.
Thought it was deja vu. It's Ampadu this time. Rodon's centre-half partner just gets his head to it. Fortunately, it's strong enough to deflect it a good 3-4 yards wide of the goal, but from our view, Bryn, that didn't look like it, did it?
So corner QPR. Comes in, or will come in, out of our line of vision. Down in the left corner as we look at it. In it comes now, back post. Shot from, Colback's effort, deflected wide. I think that might have been on target as the ball fell right in front of him, just inside the penalty area, centrally positioned, and it's been diverted behind when it could so easily have again gone in.
Meslier is absolutely nowhere. What is he doing there? He's complaining to the referee that he's grabbed his shirt, but got to be big and strong in there.
It's back in the middle again, and then the flag is raised as QPR took a relatively quick corner kick. And Dykes got up, I think, at the back post, but couldn't get it into the middle. And Leeds have a free kick now.
Well, Joseph's coming on for Sam Byram, so all change.
Leeds are bringing Archie Gray over to this near side, are they, to play at full-back?
He'll play right back, of course, breaking forward for right wing. And it does look like it's kind of Joseph up top and 4 in behind, as we play sometimes.
Usually in these situations.
Exactly in these situations.
Pirou. Jorginho beaten by Clark Salter. And then Sam Field. Field out wide right side. On it goes for the run of Chair. Gets his cross in to the middle. Did well there from a tight position. Leeds won the ball in the penalty area. Try and work it out to Somerville down the far side now. Somerville knocked to the ground. Team foul committed against Somerville there as he was trying to get away.
That's a yellow card for Colback, surely.
Yeah. Leeds end up with nothing more than a free kick in their own half. Out to this near side it comes to Rodon. Over the halfway line. In it goes to Pirou. Beyond Joseph. Chair for QPR. Foot in from Pirou, but only helps it to Pal. Rodon to Gray and back to Rodon. 25 minutes to go here at Loftus Road, and Leeds still looking at a 2-goal gap. Gruev in the centre circle. Joseph laid off for Somerville. Now Nonto. Back it comes for Joseph. Played it down the left side. Jorginho's got to keep the ball in play. Has he managed it?
He has.
He has. And
brilliant.
And next touch just sees it roll over the line, and it is ending up as a goal kick.
Well, nothing really dropping for us. Joseph, it's a good first touch to move it, but with so many forward players on there, still got to try and get it to them in the right areas, and when you do get it to them, they've got to keep hold of it. Pirou a couple of times just bounced off him tonight at vital moments.
Begovic with the clearance forward. Firpo wins the header well, strong in the challenge. Comes out for Rodon. Jorginho lets it run. Somerville was behind him. He has the ball now. Firpo's gone in advance. Puts his ball into the middle. Begovic, well, he got hands to it. Surely it came off the goalkeeper and went behind for a corner, but the referee sees only a goal kick, and Leeds are nonplussed, to say the least.
Really good move as well. Firpo again on the overlap, just fires it in. This time there is Joseph, who just gets a toe poke to it, and Begovic does enough to deflect it wide, but doesn't go our way. It's a great save. Good effort, great save. And somehow it's a goal kick. How does that work?
Which, to add insult to injury, they take an age to actually take, and they're now moving forwards unsuccessfully as Leeds defend well and get a goal kick.
And that's what Joseph gives you as well. I really do think he is a natural goal scorer. He'll make the runs into the dangerous areas, and that was a great example of it.
Ball from Firpo attempting to get Somerville in. Didn't make it. Meslier given a difficult back pass to deal with, and it goes half volleyed into touch. It was spinning as it dropped down to him, and it's gone out of play on the halfway line for a QPR throw in. Battling away on that far side, Firpo. Second challenge. This one's a foul. QPR free kick just inside the Leeds half. 67th minute ticks round into the 68th.
Chairs coming all the way from the left wing over to the right to take it. He's having a chat with a few along the way. He's wandering over. Frustrating,
and
but
then re-spots the ball as well. Not once, but twice. And then a step away from the ball, still not being taken. Kills it in, headed away by Jorginho. Second ball is picked up by Chair again, puts it down the channel. Gray defending on the edge of the area. Somerville keeps the ball in play. Gray gives it away, unfortunately, he's under pressure as he got the ball back there. Field into the penalty area, Chair turns. First shot is blocked, and it goes over the top, and it's a QPR corner.
Well, Chair's been a menace, hasn't he, all night long, and there again, wriggling and turning in the box. Gets his shot away. This time we do get a decent block on it, and away for a corner kick.
So Leeds back in a position they don't want to be in their own penalty area defending. Chair has come to take this corner kick in the absence of Anderson. Leeds have every outfield player back in that penalty area. Headed away, past Colback. Comes out. Chance of a delivery back in, perhaps again. From the byline, in it comes, cleared away by Gruev, given away. Leeds get the ball with Joseph, deep in his own half. End up with a throw-in. And back it goes to Firpo. Gray. And then Ampadu, long ball forward. Nonto takes it down out the air. Infield to Pirou. Comes back into Rodon. Back to Pirou. Runs into trouble, gives the ball away. Dykes goes back in, tries to win it back, but a foul is committed either by Pirou or Ampadu there. And that's a QPR free kick on the edge of the centre circle.
Not been good in possession, have we? Just not good enough. Really poor decision making.
QPR almost on the edge of the penalty area. And the ball breaks. Mellier's got to slide in with his feet there to try and clear behind, and he does, but at the cost of a corner kick.
Well, Smith on that right-hand side has been busy and working hard since he came on. Certainly just about kept the ball in. Meslier had to make sure he got there, and he did.
Chair giving it the big one as he goes towards the QPR fans in that corner of the ground, waving at them. Now finally prepares to take the corner kick. Heads into the middle. Meslier was on his line. Leeds managed to get bodies in the way. Rodon is bundled over. Leeds have a free kick. Worrying moments there. Leeds have got away with it.
It certainly was. Clearance wasn't great. Firpo shovels it straight to a QPR player, but eventually we get the foul.
Halfway line, Ampadu back into Firpo, back then to Meslier, and on to Rodon. Given away, but gets the ball back again off Parle. Ampadu to his left and Firpo infield to Somerville. Forced away from goal to Ampadu, goes all the way back to Meslier. Now Rodon. Back to Meslier once more. Leeds just not making any forward progress here. Clutch of attacking players, but they've just lost the ball on the halfway line. Parle, good footwork to beat Nonto. And now he moves down the left, puts it into the middle. Had to be defended at the cost of a corner once more by Ampadu ahead of Dykes.
It was Willock with some good work down this left-hand side. Nonto beaten all ends up by the left winger when the ball comes in. Little nudge as well on Ampadu, but nothing giving. Another corner kick given away.
So Leeds defending again here inside the final 20 minutes, well inside the final 20 minutes. Again, bodies all around Meslier in that 6-yard box. He pushes one player away. In it comes near post, and it's in! The header from the near post is diverted inside the dive of Meslier, and that might be the goal from Dykes that wraps this one up for the home team. It's QPR 3, Leeds United 0.
Really poor defending from the set piece, and Dykes finds himself in plenty of space just to get a glancing header. Seems to go straight through Meslier as well, but doesn't have to do a lot either, does he? Just looking to see who's picking him up, who's in front. Little nudge gets Joseph out the way, but who's behind him? Goes through the legs. There's a touch from Meslier, but can't do anything about it. Comes at him only 2-3 yards away. Poor goal to give away.
Well, I guess the celebrations are well underway in Leicester right now, because it's very, very hard to see Leeds coming back from this position with so little time left in this game. And QPR have done a proper job on Leeds thus far here this evening. Rodon, ball over the top, comfortably headed back into the hands of Begovic by Cook. Leeds clinging on to that second position, but knowing now that Ipswich have got 2 games over the next 5 days to completely turn things around, potentially even to get themselves promoted.
Well, no doubt that QPR have done a job on us, but I think we've done a job on ourselves as well. Not turned up, have we, in our best format, our best play. Too many players just not at it.
Nonto gets forward for Leeds now, cuts it back into the middle, but it's not found Pirou. Paul clears for QPR to Willock. Back to Colback on the edge of the penalty area. He sliced it. It's gone into touch, but they won't be too unhappy with a clearance like that now at this stage, the home team. 15 to go and well in front. And Leeds fans away to our right, contemplating what will be a long trip home for many on a Friday evening, with the whole weekend ahead of them. Rodon, off the back of the head of Gray, wins it back.
Well done, Archie. Oh,
Wants
unlucky
to try and get something going for Leeds. Willock it is instead for QPR. Straight through the middle. Ampadu's got back to cover ahead of Dykes. Dykes, the joint leading scorer ahead of this game for QPR with 5, and now leading scorer with 6. So the fact that their leading scorer's only got 6 goals tells you something, I think.
And we've conceded 3 to them.
Somerville lost it, got it back again, has it in the centre circle. Nonto can't find Somerville. Gray was to his right as well. It's that pass selection once more. Firpo plays it into the middle, headed clear by Cook against Joseph. Comes down for Pirou, and then Nonto, Gruev to Gray. Pirou, Jorginho trying to dance his way through, but his intentions were read and stopped. And then Ampadu defends well against Dykes and just rolls it back into Meslier. Gruev to Nonto. Pirou. Onto Nonto. Just going through the middle, but tries to do too much there, and it comes off him. and rolls into the hands of Begovic.
Been way too much of that. Doing the wrong thing, running. You should pass. Passman should be taking them on, and that quality at the end of it just hasn't been there. We have had, a couple of half chances, but really have been largely second best.
A couple more changes to come from Leeds as subs are down below. Jorginho fouled as he was trying to get forward for Leeds there by Field. Stays down.
A couple more attacking players coming on.
They might as well throw everything at it, I guess, at this stage. Although Somerville is one of those departing, and so is Jorginho. So Anthony and Gelhardt on here.
And there's still 13 minutes to go. Is that a signal that the game's up?
Somerville on 19 goals has not really had a sniff, bar that one chance in the first half that brought a great save from Begovic, of making it to 20 tonight. Leeds free kick, 15 yards or so outside the penalty area. Chance that this may end up being a shot on goal by the looks of it from Peru. And it is. And it sails into the midst of the Leeds fans standing behind the goal, guarded by Begovic.
Well, I think that doesn't sum up a performance. Nothing else will. Just, unfortunately, high, wide, and nowhere near the target.
So Begovic adjusts his socks, waves, and finally will take this ball and put it in that Leeds half again. Headed forward, flicked on by Chair, cleared back by Rodon. Cook at the back. Gelhardt's first couple of touches, but loses out. Parl in the centre of the park for QPR. And then it's played out by Chair for a Leeds throw-in. And we move into the final 10 minutes. Home side make more changes. Clark Salter comes off. Taken off our centre-half at this late stage probably tells you that QPR feel they're pretty comfortable. Colback coming off as well. So Morgan Fox, the Welsh international, comes on to play at the back. And the other change sees Isaac Hayden, on loan from Newcastle, come into the defensive midfield role.
Just a couple of experienced heads there going off that seen their team to what looks like quite a comfortable win.
Anthony over the top to Peru into the penalty area. On it comes to Gelhardt. Gelhardt's in the D, tries a shot on goal, takes a deflection, takes it well away from goal, but does at least take it out for a corner kick.
Well, good play from Peru, gets it to Gelhardt, who twists and turns, puts it back on his left foot, but Hayden was there.
Signal is given by Gruev. Ball into the near post. Not really going to trouble anybody there, that one though. Cleared away pretty comfortably from the edge of the 6-yard box. The ball is still alive for Leeds perhaps here. Crane forward to try and see what's happening down below. What's happening is Chair has managed to earn his side a throw-in.
Good closing down initially from Mateo Joseph, but a little too late, I fear.
Rodon, strong challenge. Gruev comes back for Rodon, but he can't find Nonto. And with 8 minutes remaining here of the 90. The Leeds players are beginning just to give a sense that they know the game's up, at least for this evening. And then there's an agonising wait. Gelhardt trying to get through the middle. Bustling away, but Begovic able to clear forward and over the halfway line. Ball with Hayden in the centre circle. Dunn and Chair. Lovely little bit of play from him to nutmeg Anthony. Still going, and Firpo does a good job to stop him in full flow there.
Yeah, that's Smith again, who's come on and been busy, hasn't he, over there?
Chasing again. Anthony. And now Gray. Nonto. Rodon into the centre circle to Ampadu. Comes back to Ampadu on the halfway line. Infield to Gruev. Gruev through the middle for Pirou. Breaks for Nonto. Tries a first-time shot. And no power in that one. So Begovic with an extravagant dive was always going to stop it. Pulls it into his body. Picks himself up slowly.
All right, half a chance, a long way out. Normally Nonto on that left-hand side of his is really good, but that time, as all tonight's performance has been, it was under par.
Ball drops in the Leeds half. Gruev just able to divert it out for a QPR throw-in. It will be a chance for Rangers to put the ball into the Leeds half again here. Cifuentes will know from his side's perspective, it's job done. Championship football again next season. Leeds' aim is to ensure that they aren't playing this fixture again next season, but that task has been made much, much more difficult by what has happened here at Loftus Road this evening.
Yeah, it certainly has, and at the moment you're not quite sure what you're going to get from our team, and that's the problem. That cast iron defence has suddenly disappeared. Goals are going in. No, we're not clicking going forward either. I thought the 4 goals we scored at Middlesbrough, I thought, right, that would give us, a good bit of confidence, but here we have never got going, have we, tonight?
Not at all. And QPR are seeing out the last 5 minutes of this one fairly comfortably. They have a free kick indeed in a position of some promise from their perspective. Over on the far side, just in from the touchline. One man Leeds wall just outside the penalty area. Curled into the middle and headed in. High into the top corner, and if there was any doubt at all doubt has now been removed as Leeds United fall 4 behind here in the closing stages at Loftus Road. This has been a night to forget. QPR 4, Leeds 0.
Another set piece, just awful defending. Good delivery in. Sandfield this time, midfielder, just stands there and directs it past Meslier into the top corner. Our boys are all looking around, but manager Daniel Farke has made a quick change as well. Jamie Shackleton and Kamara have come on.
Well, yeah. So, academic in terms of the outcome of the game. Maybe there's a thought that everybody needs a little bit of game time if the season is to be extended.
What we need to very quickly do is get some confidence back, because the opportunity is still hugely there, but not playing like this, it's not. Something has to change a heck of a lot to get us back going in the right direction. This has been a bit of a mauling.
That it has. And the Leeds players look that little bit shell-shocked out there at the moment. We're seeing some close-ups of faces. The camera's picking out the faces of Leeds players. That deemed to be the narrative in the closing stages here. As Adoma comes on for QPR. A cameo appearance from a very well-known, experienced player from top-flight football. Maybe one of those making a farewell appearance, perhaps, for QPR here at Loftus Road. Obviously, it's something of a party going on at all but the end away to our right-hand side, and now the Leeds fans, many of whom have decided that late on a Friday night an earlier exit is very much called for, and you can't blame them. They've been up and down the country, travelled huge distances at awkward times all the way through the course of this season. Here again, sellout, and they were hoping, maybe expecting big things from Leeds side in such a big game, and it just hasn't happened tonight. So now it's wait and hope.
It is, but I think it's the manner of the defeat is worrying. Yes, we expected big things, but we certainly expected a lot more than this.
Kamara. Shackleton. Gelhardt. Trying to get up to the edge of the penalty area. Still going. Joseph to Gelhardt. Has a shot! And it goes over the crossbar. And for the first time in quite a while, suddenly there's a little bit of belief about a Leeds attack, and it ends up with a shot just over the crossbar.
That was well played from Gelhardt. Nice and certainly positive. Good 1-2. Gets it on his strong left-hand side and just thumps it. Unfortunately, always rising and goes over by a couple of yards.
Begovic goes to find the ball from behind the goal. Queen's Park Rangers are a real thorn in Leeds United's side here at Loftus Road. That's 4 defeats from 4 visits now. And last time Leeds lost here was in the promotion season. That controversial Naki Wells goal. And this has been eminently more comprehensive. In eminently more significant circumstances. Firpo with a header forward. Gets a second chance. Now Gelhardt. Shackleton's a runner, 6 added minutes. Joseph loses out. QPR fancy their chances here as Adoma carries it forward for them. Flag is up far side, Leeds free kick for offside. Rode on across the edge of the area to Ampadu. And out it comes to Kamara. And further wide for Firpo. And now back to the halfway line to Kamara. Gray back to Kamara again. Leeds just trying to give those who've stayed in the away end at least something to raise a half smile. But, possession high up in the QPR half is not yet leading to chances, and in fact possession is lost as Anthony oversteps the ball. Leeds end up with a throw in. And then Firpo just involved in a few words with the QPR fans as they threw the ball away from him then, as he went to retrieve it. Down the left. Gray. Comes back for Ampadu. Out to this near side to Shackleton. Now Gelhardt. And Adoma into touch. It's that old boxing match analogy here now, where you just want the towel to come in. Rodon. Kamara. Back to the goalkeeper, Meslier. And then it's lost on the halfway line. Smith has the ball again. Ampadu wins it in a tussle. And then Gelhardt, shoulder to shoulder, loses out, and it's out for a Leeds throw-in, taken quickly. Down the left side, Firpo. Curled into the middle, and arriving at the back post was Gelhardt. And he was well tracked in that position by Parl, and he just couldn't get his foot round it, and it went beyond him and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, it was just a half a yard in front, wasn't it? Gelhardt makes a good run at the back stick. You're right, Parl saw it as well. He might have blocked the ball in if Gelhardt managed to get on the end of it, but just looking at our boys out there, not much conversation. Heads down, just walking back into position and really waiting for the whistle.
Yeah, it's going to be a long, quiet trip home for the players, I think, isn't it? But as you've mentioned, the fact remains that they've just got to, there has to be positivity, because they're still, whatever the outcome now, and obviously the likelihood now is, with Ipswich having those extra games to play, that they'll get enough there. I guess if you would say now, if it ends up going to the final day, that looks like a result, doesn't it?
Yeah, Bryn, you're right. Let's wish for anything here. All I know is the confidence of the boys at the moment, just looking at them, you know, that needs to get a lot higher, a lot better. They need to understand the opportunity they've got and get back to playing like they were before. Whether, you know, it is an inexperience. We've seen the age, obviously, of our team is very young compared to others. Not many have been in this position. Well, next to none of them have been in this position before.
As a shot comes in from Anthony from range. And Begovic, as he has done all night, deals very competently and confidently with the shot.
And it's always a question mark then, is how will they react when the pressure's on in these sort of situations? How will they handle it? Well, tonight, they've not handled it well.
I guess pressure does strange things, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, absolutely, but they quickly got to understand the opportunity is still there. Well, if we do or don't go up, obviously looking like more so we don't go up automatically, still got to understand there's a huge opportunity. One of four sides is going to make it to the Premier League.
Shackleton, on it goes to Peru, back into Shackleton, pass behind Gelhardt, straight to Parl. And then it's given away, picked up by Kamara. And now Shackleton. Gelhardt to Kamara, to Peru, loses out. Picked up by Chair. Pushed through the middle. Ampadu's defended that one well. Got to ahead of the QPR attacker and plays it back into Meslier. Firpo in field to Kamara, and we're in the final few seconds of this game here. And it's the home supporters who are celebrating, staying up. And it's the Leeds fans still in the stadium, concerned about the act of going up. There it is, it's full time here at Loftus Road. And it's been a bleak night for Leeds United as they've fallen to their heaviest defeat of the Championship season, conceding 4 goals to Queen's Park Rangers, who, it has to be said, were good value for their victory. A couple of good saves from Begovic in the first half, but that apart, Leeds United just could not get going. And now, as they look behind them, they realise that Ipswich have been presented with a huge opportunity to claim the second promotion spot. It's been a bad night. Hope still remains for Leeds that this season could yet end in celebration. Not this evening, though. It's finished QPR 4, Leeds United 0.
Yeah, certainly hugely disappointing. Probably one of our worst performances, certainly away from home, and just disappointing. Never really got going. QPR, of course, needed 3 points to make sure they're absolutely safe. They fought like their lives depended on it, but so should have we. We never really got going. They got a little bit of luck to start with, and then you always look at the defending third and the attacking third, and I thought in both areas of the pitch we weren't good enough. Really, decision making was poor, and finishing wasn't quite there, and they certainly from set pieces punished us. And we really, with those corner kicks, we never looked like we were going to score, and they scored a couple very cheap ones. So put all that together, it's a disappointing performance. However, opportunity is still there. We can't turn things on like a tap, so we need to get some momentum, get some confidence from somewhere. This is a blow, but plenty more games to come this season.
Well, interesting. Liam Cooper is out there on the pitch. The Leeds players went and stood in front of the away fans, and they took the stick that was coming in their direction, and they listened, and then they turned and they walked sadly towards the tunnel. But Liam Cooper, arms around the figure of Crescencio Somerville, just to maybe making that message that Tony's just delivered there, that, you know, you have to still focus on what's achievable this season. Well, maybe one thing slipping away, but another thing still remains. Not tonight, but there are other opportunities. The full-time scoreline here, it's finished. QPR 4, Leeds United 0.